All right, Eagle fans, here we are. Finished up Thursday Night Lights here. Big win for the Eagles, 56-14 over Lenoir City. Coach, talk to me about tonight's performance and your thoughts on how tonight's game went.
Well, we worked all week, obviously a short week. What they do on offense, we sort of worried about that, the physicality of it all week. We challenged our defensive line and basically our whole defense to step up. And, we came out ready defensively. Great job of Coach Calfee and the defensive staff to get those guys ready. And our guys bought in this week, so, awesome job defensively. Offensively, very clean, scored every time I think we touched the ball. Young guys went in, did a good job. So, great team win after last week, a little disappointing week. So, want to use this, this type of football that we play tonight is going to help us next week when we play Anderson County, a big region game.
As you said, Coach, we had a tough loss last week to South Doyle in overtime. What did you take out of last week's game through practice this past week to get these guys prepared for this game?
Well, we can't beat ourselves. We can't make mistakes at crucial times, and that's not just the players, but as coaches as well. We got to clean some things up, and we did a much better job of that this week. And last week's on everybody. We dropped the ball at coaches a little bit as well. So I think we all just remotivated, refocused, and tried to clean a lot of things up.
All right, Coach, as you said, we're going into a tough region battle next week. Another Thursday game, another short week, but, we got a little short week, but we'll be okay with that.
Yeah.
Talk to me about, what does Anderson County do well, and how are we going to try to defend that to hopefully win that ball game?
Yeah, just physicality. I think we've gained ground on them as the years have went on. It's just you got to win the second half. We've competed with them for a half for a couple of years, but it's just the maintaining and not beating ourselves in certain situations, making the most of every play, taking advantage of things that they give us. Really well coached team, great football players, a lot of talent. But again, we got to come out and play Gibbs football and try to play a clean game.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Eagle fans, again, Anderson County next Thursday night. Big win tonight, 56-14 over the North City. Coach, thanks for your time, and War Eagle.
Thank you.
All right, Eagle fans, here we are. Just finished up tonight's game. Thursday night game. Gibbs Eagles 56, Lenoir City 14. We've got senior Chase Norman. Chase, talk to me. This is your second game back. Missed you last week. Didn't do a little thing last week. But anyway, talk to me about you being back. Second game, got a big touchdown tonight. Talk to me about your mindset going into tonight's game.
We had a bad week last week, and we all know that. And us seniors, we talked to the team, and we had to get everything straightened out. And I think we did great this week in practice. We showed up. We were focused because we know that South Doyle game could really hurt us. But if we turn it around, we can really be something special. So I think just everyone coming in this week ready to work, and it showed tonight. It showed very much.
Now, talk to me. As we said, came in with a lot of expectation this season. Had set a couple of games, had a little weird injury there about, into the season. Talk to me about your mindset of getting prepared to come back and really make the most of the last year's senior year.
It was tough on me. It really was. But just taking rehab serious and not just coming to practice and goofing off. When I come to practice, I was coaching the people behind me so I can help this program in the future. So I was just making sure I was doing everything I can while I wasn't able to be out on the field, but it was all part of God's plan, and it's really starting to work out.
All right, now talk to me, Chase. Good win tonight, big win tonight. What are we going to try to take tonight going into a big regional match next week with Anderson County?
Last week it was not very good, but I feel like this gives us a lot of momentum going into that game. It was something we really needed just to get our heads right and know that we can compete with anyone we play against. So we just got to show up this week in practice, do what we do best, and just go out there and play.
All right, Chase, thanks for your time. Great game tonight. Great to have you back on the field. Good to have your leadership back. And War Eagle, we'll talk to you next week, buddy.
Thank you.
War Eagle. All right, good evening, Eagle fans. Here we are. Just finished up Thursday Night Lights for everybody. Big win for the Eagles, 56-14 over the North City. We've got our quarterback, sophomore, Keith Jones Jr. Keith, talk to me, buddy. You've had a phenomenal season so far this year through 6 games. Talk to me about your mindset coming into the season and what your expectations were.
Coming in young, you're going to have people doubting you. And I'll just have to put in the extra work and get caught up to speed with the high school because, my first year starting, and just get as much chemistry as I can with the other guys and just build on from it and be as good as we can.
Now, like you said, this is your sophomore season. You're not new to Gibbs, not new to football, but new to being at the varsity level. Talk to me about, coming in as a quarterback and, being a leader for a team as a young guy.
Yeah, you just gotta lead. Go out there, I go out there, do my own thing. Work as best as I can. Try to help the other guys, pick them up when they're down, and just do my part and try to be a leader.
Now, hey, we got a big matchup next week with Anderson County. What are you going to take from tonight's performance, roll it into practice next week, so we can, look for a win next week?
Just build on it, build on the tempo, keep, high tempo, keep the intensity up. Got to have a great week in practice, big game Thursday, and try to, beat them.
All right, Keith, thanks for your time. Great game tonight. Great game, great season so far. War Eagle, again, folks, we got Anderson County next week. Hey, look out for a big game from 4.
Yes,
War Eagle.